It's Lucky Star time! Hello and welcome to another figure review, and today we're gonna have a look at my personal favorite. It's Figma number 047, Kagami Hiiragi from Lucky Star. In the summer uniform version, we recently have Miyuki, and now we have Kagami. I don't have the other two yet. I'm gonna try to get my hands on them. These two just popped up AmiAmi pre-owned section for a couple of, what was it, like not even 2,000 yen. So I bought it, and let's have a look at it right now. So we have another really old Figma, and I always need to stress that because sometimes people are like, oh, this figure is a lot worse than regular release, than current releases. Yes, because it's old, and you learn from your mistakes, so try to make it better. She stands at about 13.5 centimeters, a little over 5 inches, a little shy of 5.5 inches tall, and overall look and detail of the figure, it looks very accurate. She has more rectangular eyes. Is it a little bit too rectangular though? Guess we're gonna have a little bit of comparison. I'm gonna put up a side-by-side picture just to see if that matches. As for the hair, there's a very nice mold. Paint job also looks good, and she has some small ribbons in it. More detail in the back as we go down to the school uniform. Just like Miyuki, well, with one difference, you don't have the big boobies like Miyuki, and they respect that, and it's not just a complete repaint. You have another torso, although I think the rest of the figure is more of the same. Well, with Miyuki, this stood out a lot, but I realized her top is a lot more floaty at the bottom, so it looks completely different, and I like that. I like that attention to detail, and then try to make it different instead of just being like, oh, we're gonna do the direct thing and mold the boobies away. No, it's just like a little bit of that extra effort that goes into it, a little bit of paint bleeding in the blue. You have this super cartoony looking hands. Those are very accurate, nice attention to detail. Once again, as we go down, yes, we have pantsu time, and there's like a white skirt under it. The white lines on the skirt itself look pretty good, and as we go down to the shoes, the socks, a little bit of bleeding once again, a little bit of a mishap. Well, actually a lot of mishap as I go around it. But for the rest of it, it looks good. Shoes are detailed, and yeah. Now for your articulation, I'm going to start off with the hair, which is on a short pack and ending on a ball joint. It is see-through though, so be careful with that because that might break off. But the hair goes all the way around, and as you can tell, it wiggles, goes up and down a little bit, well, actually pretty nicely, and you don't really see a big hole in the head. That's sometimes the issue with articulation. They leave a little bit too much room. And then for the head articulation, ball hinge, flat ball hinge, classic stuff, go side to side, back and forth, and all the way around. Shoulder articulation, you do have a double ball pack for this one. For Miyuki, it was just one ball pack, but you have some more rotation. Maybe it was the boobs that was blocking it for Miyuki, but I couldn't see a second ball pack. Goes all the way around, goes up 45 degrees, actually over 45 degrees. This is soft plastic, so you can push it around here. And then do we have actually a bicep swivel? I didn't look at that for Miyuki, but there's no swivel in here. So we have a ball hinge in the elbow, and then the hand just on another hinge, so you can bring it back and forth. Rotate it around, obviously. Can you rotate actually over here? No, it's molded away, so you can. Then back and forth motion in the torso, side to side, goes all the way around. Let me not mess up the skirt. And as for the legs, we go out to the side, have the ball joints in there, goes forward, goes to the back. The skirt is completely soft plastic, as you can tell, so it moves out of the way. It is not cut up, but this one, it's wide enough that it doesn't really get in the way. It's also molded in an interesting way. It's really like just more dynamic. Then we have ball hinge in the knee, goes forward to the back, and the foot on another ball hinge, forward, back, and does tilt side to side, and that's it. Now for the accessories, very simple stuff, starting off with the faces, like a mildly annoyed face, and the blank face we already got with Miyuki. It's really like the exact same, nothing going on. The nose is still kind of molded on it. I kind of want to, you still kind of see a face, but there's nothing on it. Really, and that's a Lucky Star thing. If you're wondering, oh, like why is there a blank face? That's a Lucky Star thing. Pointy fingers, thumbs up or thumbs down, depending on where you want to go. Holding hands, I think this is also the exact same set that I got with Miyuki. And we got a different face, once again, of Misao, so you can have all your Lucky Star figures. Basically, this is just a head swap. You put that on Kagami's head, and you got another character, so that's pretty cool. And of course, you know, you got the Figma base. Where's the base? There's the base. And the Figma back, as usual. I'm just putting one from the side here. There's like 5 lying over there, so yeah, that's gonna do all the accessories. Let's move on to the final thoughts. So, final thoughts time, what do I think about this figure? And just like with Miyuki, this is an old Figma, just always keep that in mind. And by its old standards, it's still pretty good. And I always like looking back to it, as they didn't change really that much. You still have the same neck articulation as we got with Figmas these days. The only really big thing is that they have a ball joint now in the hands, but for the rest of it, it's still a very good figure. It's a basic figure though, so she does look good, and if you're a fan of Lucky Star, this is definitely something that will satisfy you. As for everybody else, I mean, this is not really something to look back to and be like, oh, this was just groundbreaking for Figma. No, basic, simple schoolgirl Figma, which they did a lot back in the day, and they still do to this day. But yeah, I mean, overall, as of what I'm saying is, I do recommend this figure. It's not a bad figure, but it's not a must-have. So that's gonna do it as usual, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Kagami wants.